you start. Done. So to go sideways is you will poke, then you will rotate your machine at a 90-degree angle. You see this space we've left? This is very important when you're using polypropylene. So today I'm going to show you how to convert this design into a rug like this. But the first rule first is be in control of the machine. You're the one in control, so don't let the machine take control of you, darling. Hi guys, Niaje. Now I make custom rugs using a tufting gun all the way from scratch here at Mswahili. Now on today's video guys, I will be showing you how to make a simple basic rug. This is a very beginner friendly process, so if you're interested in learning how to use a tufting gun to make your own simple rugs or beautiful rugs like this and this ones and this all the way from scratch, I got you. We will be making a super simple box rug, something like this size. But the size is not what matters. What matters is by the end of this video you should be learning, or you should have learned how to use and operate your tufting machine. But the first rule first is be in control of the machine. You're the one in charge of your machine, so do not let your machine take control of you, darling. Okay, stay tuned. So the second thing you'll do is you'll come in with your marker pen and draw your design. You see the way we have this? Yes, but you need to draw yours just like this. So the mark pen is, the drawing is what usually comes first. For today's video, we are doing a simple box. Now let me draw it somewhere here. So this is our design. So today I'm going to show you how to convert this design into a rug like this. So once you have your machine lubricated and ready for action and for power, you come in and you tap this part. So this is the power part of the tufting gun. You power it on, then this light will turn on. Then now it's ready to tuft. This one here is to start motor. And this part here, it's for speed, okay? So let's zoom in closer so that we see better. Now, imagine this is the rug we're doing. So the first thing we'll come and do is we'll create a borderline. So this is the borderline, but now we'll create it in yarn form. And we have to create two of them so that it is stable enough and heavy, just as you're seeing here. So how you will do it is you will poke your machine until you hear it has poked, until you can feel this fabric like this. Then do not start until it's ready. So when I say ready, is ready as in you can feel this part, these parts of this machine being held by this fabric. So you press, when you feel these two parts are holding the fabric, you start. Done. Then you stop at where you wanted to stop, which is there. So to go sideways is you will poke, then you will rotate your machine at a 90-degree angle. You see, it was this way, then we rotated it that way towards the direction we are going to for. Remember, this part is loose, so this is for balance, this part. So I will hold it at the down part here and see, notice. Now if I wanted to start here and go here, I will poke, rotate my machine, then do that. So let me do for this part, and then we'll continue. Now remember, I told you this is a borderline. What we are doing is a borderline. So every borderline needs to be two of them. So we'll do on top of each line, another line and another line and another line. What I mean is you just press on top of the line and you go. You press on the other side. That's done. If you have realized, inside here, it's now tighter than outside here. So that's what a borderline does. It always ensures that the inside part of the design you're doing is more tighter than the outside, especially if the fabric you're using is a fabric like polypropylene or a non-conventional fabric, unlike monk's cloth. Then, if you're using polypropylene and polypropylene uses only, you will separate first, then you will fill it in. What I mean by this is you will poke till you feel the fabric, start from here, finish here. You see this space we've left? This is very important when you're using polypropylene. So you leave spaces like this until you finish. Remember, we are starting here, we are finishing here. If something happens like this, it's a mistake and it should be removed like that. So that's how you correct your mistakes when it comes to tufting. There. Again. Again. And the last one. Voila. Now, up to here, our rag is not yet full and it's not yet well filled in. The reason we did this is polypropylene has a habit or a tendency to keep on tearing if you're not careful or if you do not understand what is required of the fabric. Okay? Now, with that said, so when you create a separation like this, it makes the fabric much more resilient to stress and stretching and the machine. So now we come in with our machine and do only the middle parts and the parts that look like are big. So you'll press it there. 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 Done. 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 And done. Now, for these parts you're seeing here, only the ones that look too big, like this part and this part, are the ones we're going to fill in. Okay. And the last part, there. So guys, that is how you use a tufting gun on a polypropylene fabric. Now, the results when it comes to tufting are always at the back. So let's go to the back and check. So we're going to the back to check that design we've been doing. So this is the design we have been doing, and as you can see, the rag is beautiful, well filled in. All it requires now is to be trimmed so that it looks as clean as this one's, because now it looks close to this, so it needs to be trimmed. So guys, if you find all this amazing, all this rag making amazing and beautiful, I have tufting classes. And also if you want to, and also you can join my membership, my YouTube Close membership, which helps me bring such designs and such amazing projects to life, like this, the ones out there, that one to life. So guys, please considering joining my membership down below to get videos sooner than other people, to get a place. Guys, just join my Discord. And guys, if you're interested in all this, you can help me and support me much more by joining my membership on YouTube, where I post videos way sooner than on my normal channel. And also you get to talk to me on a one-on-one, and also you get your own customized stickers for just $1 a month. Okay guys, so if you find all this amazing, please tell a friend for my work, my rag, my classes, and my membership. Join y'all.